That's good. Hello and welcome to Brad Does Shit with Linux, the Linux series, the video cast that brings you quick solutions to common problems or just shit we want to do. And this is episode 3, and it's shit you need for your Linux system. So I'm going to review just really super quickly 6 programs that you can install on your Linux system if you're using Ubuntu or another system. It should be in the software center, which only requires a couple clicks and no terminal. Super easy. It's stuff you're going to want. So let's get started. First off, just open up your menu. It's Alt-M and type in software. Alternatively, you can use Cerebro, this one right here, by hitting Control Space. And let's type in the first program that, if it didn't come packaged in your system, that you're going to want. And that's Libre Office. Libre. And, boy, it's taking a little time to load. Did I spell it right? What's going on here? There we go. Okay, so here it is. You scroll down. If you type in Office, it'll pop up everything. Now, Libre Office is a Microsoft Office clone type thing. It's a replacement that you use on Linux. It works really well. It's great. I love it. I don't use it a lot because at work I use a Windows machine, not out of preference, just because that's what's there. But it has a docs. Impress is a presentation. Calc is a Excel clone, and Base is a database, and it's got a math function as well. You don't have to install them one by one, but I recommend it because then you get exactly what you need and you don't have any extras or leftovers. And let's just check that system out real quick. So we're going to hit Control Space and open up our Cerebro, which I told you how to install in episode 2, which is Cerebro is the shit. And we're just going to type in Libre. And it's going to open up all the different ones. And we're just going to do Calc, which is the Excel clone. Now, keep in mind, I'm doing this on a Chromebook that has been converted into Linux, and look how fast it loads. Really super fast, no bog downs. I know when I open my Office on my Microsoft machine, my Windows machine at work, Excel literally takes like 25 seconds or something. I mean, it's crazy, and the thing has like 12 gigs of RAM, and it's a pretty modern machine. This has 4 gigs of RAM, and it's a Chromebook that I've converted. Granted, it does have a 256 gigabyte SSD drive in it, but still, it should not load this much faster than the Windows machine. And it has all the same standard functions that you would have in any Excel. So it has the Excel and the Word, which are going to be the 2 most popular ones. And I'll just show you the Word really quick. Same thing, loads super quick. I mean, it's fucking awesome. So if you can get used to having slightly different formatting and etc., it does save files in Microsoft Word format. So there's no reason why you can't use it in a professional setting if you really want to. So you can see down here it's got all those. So we're just going to get out of this. Escape out of that. Whoops. And click out of there. So that's number 1. So number 2, I got to look at my list really quick. Okay, email. Everybody has email. Most people just go online if they have a Gmail account or something, but some of us like to have an email client on our desktop. So the very easy, there's tons and tons of different types of email clients that you can install on Linux. The easiest, hands down, to install and configure is going to be Thunderbird, and it's very, very well supported. So it's, what the fuck is that? The cats are going crazy. So this one is well supported, made by Mozilla, and it works for me. This is the one I use. Let's just go ahead and open it up. Whoops. And don't email judge me. I've got like 17,000 unread emails in one account. That's not including my others. And I'm not sure why it opened up that window first. Do I already have it open? I don't think so. Let's try that again. I had that open earlier. So it's a very simple format. Works fairly fast. And that's why I had an extra tab open. But you can see I have 17,000 emails open in this. It took it a while to download them all when I initially installed it, but now runs just super quick. Now I've got it so that it blocks remote images, but I'm just going to show you so you can see that it loads quick. No problems at all. You double click, pops open, super easy to work with, very easy to install, and you can see right here all it is one click in your password and it installs it on your system. Number 3, you might like to watch videos. I know the rest of us do. And what just happened? Why did it get all dark? That's weird. So the video player that comes packaged with your system may not make the cut. It may not actually play all the videos that you want to play. So there is an alternative. So the alternative is called VLC, and this is a cross-platform program, which means it runs on Windows and Linux, and I believe it runs on MacBook. I'm not really sure, but it does run on Linux. So just VLC, and I'll play a quick movie. So you can see now it has this one right here, but this is the one you want, the VLC media player. And this one has, look at all the codecs it has: MPEG, MPEG-2, MPEG-4, DVX, Move, Windows Movie, QuickTime, WebM, FLAC, MP3, OGG, Vorbis, DVDs, VCDs. It does pretty much everything. So let's just open up our file manager, and I happen to have some movies on my USB drive, and so this USB drive is in this particular Chromebook has a USB 3 slot, and I've got a USB 3 128 gigabyte stick in it, and it runs super fast, no lag at all or anything, and it'll read it right off of there. So let's do this one because I like this one. So this is VLC, full screen, no problem. Runs it smooth as butter. Actually downloaded this movie off of YouTube using YouTube DL, which I will show you in another video from the command line. It's a little bit less intuitive to use, but it works really good. And so you can download movies from YouTube and just put them on a USB stick, and then when you're out and about or on a trip or something, you can watch the movies wherever you are. Okay, so that is number 2, right? So we're going to go to number 3. And number 3, no, that was number 3. We did Office, Thunderbird, and VLC. I can't fucking count. So the next one is going to be a program that you may not use all the time, but you're really going to want it when you do need it, and it's called Gimp, and it is Linux's version or open source version of Photoshop. And it also is in the Software Center. All it takes is one click and your password, and boom, it's on your system. So let's take a look at it really quick. It loads super fast. Now, I don't know if you ever had to load Photoshop. Photoshop does not load this fast, trust me. Bam, it's loaded. So let's just open up a file so you can see that it'll load a file very quickly. And we'll just go to Honey Badger. That's a very small file, but still it loads it, pretty much instantaneous. May not be the same on your system. My system isn't particularly robust. I mean, it only has 4 gigs of RAM, and it's only an i3 chip in it, but still, I mean, come on. That's super quick. So that is Gimp, and that has all the standard functions that Photoshop has, so if you do any image manipulation that you want to do, it can handle it, no problem at all. Okay, so we're going to move on. That was number 4. We're going to move on to number 5. So if you're into podcasts and you like making podcasts, I've got a program for that. You got to pause for the finer things in life. Okay, so then that program is called Audacity. This is an oldie but goodie. It is still supported, and it runs on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Runs really good on Linux. And this is it right here, Audacity. And it's a multi-track audio editor. So it means you can record audio, you can edit audio, and you can export audio in multiple formats. And let's just take a quick look at it. This is what I've been using for any podcast that I do. Loads fairly quickly, but it is an audio editor. So you shouldn't expect miracles with anything like that. Now, at the risk of ruining this video, let's try recording something. It's probably not going to record off of my Blue, which, by the way, if you want to record on your system, a Linux system, this any of the Blue microphones, plug and play. You don't even have to install anything, just works. You do have to tell it to record from that particular input, and you can see right here that it's going to the default, and the default would be the microphone on the laptop or whatever you're using. And so let's just do a quick record. So I'm now recording in Audacity while I'm recording a screencast on my computer, and I'm doing it all on a Chromebook. I mean, it's pretty hard to explain how awesome that is, but Linux makes it possible. I don't think you could do this with any sort of Windows software on a Chromebook, but you can with Linux. And let's just play back real quick. Quick record. So I'm now recording in Audacity while I'm recording
I'm shocked. Really?
Screencast on my computer.
I'm telling you.
And I'm doing it all on a Chromebook. I mean, it's pretty hard to explain how awesome that
no
is,
legs.
But Linux works perfect. So, Audacity, and that's number 5. And I think not everyone is going to need that to use it, but it's free. It doesn't cost anything, and it takes 2 seconds to set up on your computer. And we're not going to save anything there. Okay, and then the very last one is if you read a lot of books on your Kindle, if you like ebooks, even if you don't read on Kindle, you just want to read them on your computer, well, guess what? Linux does that too. It does it very well, as a matter of fact. And I would say that it probably does it better than my Windows machine at work. So I have a Kindle Voyage, and I load my books from my Linux machine onto the Kindle. You can do it over the Wi-Fi or whatever, but a lot of times I'll be loading multiple books. So there is a great program for that, and it's called Calibre. Oops. Okay, this program right here, it works fantastic. Let me show you. So this program, free, doesn't cost anything, and as you can see here, all my books are in it, whatever books I have. And let's just open one and take a look at it. When you initially load the book, it takes a couple seconds to load the full book in there, and then once it's in, it's smooth. I mean, it's smooth as butter. I mean, you can see it's just turning the pages. There's no lag. There's no glitches. There's nothing like this. Now, on top of that, when you plug your Kindle into the USB port, it shows up on here, and you can move any one of these books. You can put it onto your Kindle. It works out of the box, no issues, no problems. Once again, it's 2-second install from the Software Center. This has been 6 programs you probably need for your Linux, and I want to say it's episode 3, Shit You Need. And there's no excuse not to install this stuff since it's super, super easy and simple. So this has been Brad Does Shit with Linux, the Linux series. Have a good night.